There's this one thing we all do, something that's just hardwired into us as human beings. We search for patterns. It's this deep, fundamental drive that takes us from something as simple as our internet clicks all the way to questioning the very fabric of the cosmos.
I mean, seriously, how do you take the pulse of an entire planet? It sounds like a question straight out of science fiction, right? But what if I told you we're kind of already doing it? We can actually observe the collective heartbeat of humanity, what we're interested in, what we're afraid of, what we're excited about, and we can see it all happening in real time. And it's all thanks to the patterns we leave behind.
Just look at the Iran protests back in 2022. As things were happening on the ground, you could see this massive spike in search data from all over the world. This was more than just headlines. You could actually see the world's attention focusing in, a real-time signal of shared human concern. It's a pattern revealing a global moment.
Or how about the unrest in South Africa in 2021? The data didn't just tell us that people were paying attention. It showed us how much they were paying attention and for how long. You could literally watch the pattern of a nation's response to a crisis unfold, day by day, hour by hour.
But, it's not all doom and gloom. This planetary pulse picks up on our joys and our trends, too. Take the rise of glamping, glamorous camping, in Indonesia. The search data just explodes around holidays. It's a crystal clear pattern showing us exactly how people want to relax and spend their money. So, what does this all boil down to? It means tools like Google Trends are giving us this incredible live feed of human activity. We're not waiting for old reports anymore. We can see the dynamic, unfolding story of what humanity cares about right now. It really is like taking the planet's pulse, and it's all written in data. Okay, so we're getting pretty good at spotting these huge global patterns. But what happens when you go from just observing patterns to actively trying to create them? Well, in the world of business, that's not just some abstract idea. That's the whole ballgame. It's all about shaping what happens next, not just reacting to it. And that brings us into the world of strategic management. The best way to think about it is like a formal blueprint for running a company. It's this disciplined process of looking at the world, figuring out a plan, and then putting that plan into action to give yourself a real sustainable edge over the competition.
And one of the most classic tools for this, you've probably heard of it, is the SWOT analysis. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. It's just a really structured way to find the patterns, both the good and the bad, inside your company and out in the big wide world. It helps you build a game plan that uses what you're good at and protects you from what you're not.
But here's where it gets a little tricky, because recognizing patterns isn't always used to build something better. Sometimes it's used to tear something else down. This is the darker side of strategy, where the goal isn't just to win the game, but to make sure nobody else can even play. Let's talk about something called predatory pricing. This isn't just a big sale at the store. It's a cold, calculated strategy. A huge company will deliberately drop its prices to an insanely low level, sometimes even losing money on every sale, for one reason: to bleed its smaller competitors dry. And once they're gone, well, now you're the only game in town, and you can jack those prices way up.
And believe me, this isn't just some theory from a business textbook. This stuff happens. Big companies have all been accused of it. Amazon with its strategy for selling diapers to corner the market, Microsoft for how it bundled its browser with Windows, Walmart for allegedly selling goods below cost to push out local mom-and-pop shops. In every case, the accusation was that they were weaponizing their knowledge of market patterns.
And check out this quote from the Federal Trade Commission about the Microsoft case. It's pretty damning. It shows how a company's deep awareness of its own power, its own pattern of dominance, was used to actively exclude rivals. These are the very real consequences when pattern making is used as a weapon. Okay, so we've been talking about these messy, real-world patterns, competition, social trends, all of it. But what if you could just get rid of the mess entirely? What if you could engineer a system, a pattern, that was nothing but pure, clean, unambiguous logic? And that question, right there, is the whole idea behind this incredible experiment in language. I mean, if a business strategy is a blueprint for action, could you maybe create a blueprint for communication itself that just eliminates all misunderstanding? Okay, listen to this sentence. I saw the girl with a telescope. Simple enough, right? But wait, who has the telescope? Is it me looking at the girl, or is she the one holding it? English kind of leaves you hanging.
Now imagine a language where that's just not possible. That's Lojban. It's a constructed language where the grammar itself forces you to be precise. There is no ambiguity.
See, Lojban was literally built to be a perfect pattern. Its grammar is based on formal logic, and there are no exceptions to the rules. None. It's this amazing attempt to design a system for thinking that is perfectly ordered, a flawless pattern for communication. All right, we've gone from data to business strategy to designing a whole new language. Let's take this one last giant leap. What if the whole universe, and I mean everything, including us, is already part of one massive, ultimate, unbreakable pattern? A system we didn't design, but one that completely governs our existence.
This brings us to a huge philosophical idea called causal determinism. The concept is actually pretty simple, but its implications are massive. It basically says that every single thing that happens is the direct result of what came before it. So, if you could know the exact state of every atom in the universe at one moment, and you knew all the laws of physics, you could predict the future perfectly. The past doesn't just shape the future, it dictates it.
Now, this idea kind of branches into two big ways of thinking. You've got hard determinism, which says, yep, it's all predetermined, which means your feeling of making a choice, your free will, is just an illusion. Then there's soft determinism. It says, okay, maybe our choices are determined by everything that came before, but we can still call ourselves free as long as nothing is physically stopping us from acting on our desires. So that's the big question for us, isn't it? Are we just incredibly complex biological machines, like cosmic clockwork, responding to things in predictable ways? Or is there something else going on, something inside us that gives us the genuine power to choose our own path, to actually break the pattern? Wow, okay, from Google searches to the fate of the entire universe, that's a lot. But there's one simple thread that pulls this all together, and it's this. At our very core, every single one of us is a pattern seeker. Think about it. The data scientist spotting a trend in clicks, the CEO mapping out a business strategy, the linguist trying to build a perfect language, even the philosopher wrestling with destiny. They're all doing the exact same thing. They're all trying to find or create or understand the patterns that help us make sense of this beautifully chaotic world. Because in the end, the reality you experience is really just a collection of the patterns you decide to focus on. The data you look at, the strategies you follow, the logic you use, the beliefs you have about your own freedom, patterns are everywhere. The only real question left is, which ones are you going to choose to see?